I can sneak in here. Security shouldn't be too tight. A few charmed innocents, maybe.
This is the Palace of Cazador, Szar. Entry is forbidden. Leave now, citizen.
The guard's words are clear, but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. She must be one of the charmed thralls Astarion mentioned.
Of course. Whatever the master desires. Enter freely, and of your own will.
So, Astarion, vampire dens. What should I expect?
Vampires would be a safe bet.
Hilarious. You belong on stage. Perhaps the blood-stained sort, with a hooded man standing by, axe in hand.
So long as there's a cheering crowd. As for vampire dens, I'd brace your nose. They can be very organic. Well, that's suspiciously welcoming. So this is it. I'm home. There's the same fading carpet. The same tasteless art. Nothing's changed. But gods, everything feels different. It does feel strange. Breaking into your own home. Especially if murder's on your mind. Then again, this is hardly the strangest thing we've done together. Although it could be the most satisfying. Well, the second most satisfying. Oh no, it's much worse than that. They're fanatics. Here of their own free will, and utterly devoted to Cazador. Each one came to our door, and beg to be given his eternal gift. They're sure he'll turn them if they serve him well enough. He'd almost feel sorry for the poor, deluded souls. But they're idiots who brought this upon themselves, so don't. If my dear siblings were right, Cazador's hiding somewhere below the palace. After so many years, I would have spotted any secret tunnels out here. The only place that was off-limits to us was his study. If the entrance is anywhere, it'll be there, through the ballroom. Oh, I've never been less sure of anything. But if I don't face him now, I never will. I'll spend the rest of my life running, watching the shadows, never feeling safe. No. This has to happen. Here and now. Also, there's a small matter of all that power I can steal from the bastard. So that'll be nice.
Be on my way. The door is covered in intricate text, but you can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small round hollow engraved with a family crest. It's written in archaic Kozakuran, a rare version of an already obscure language.
There are inscriptions like this all over the palace. Cazador strictly forbade us from learning the language.
You can make out enough to recognize an incantation, but the specifics elude you. You can tell you're missing something, though. You spot a reference to the family signet. The indentation seems to be the right size and shape to fit a signet ring bearing the family crest.
Tonight we shall see his true form.
2 centuries walking these halls, and I've never once seen the ballroom door locked. Cazador doesn't want anything going wrong tonight.
Reeks of necrotic magic. Perhaps it's best left closed for now.
Careful, I bite. I know this Kozakuran. It's the same dusty old language on the ballroom door. Over here. What in the hells is happening here? I entertained our guests here until Cazador appeared and took them away. But I never saw anything like this. Whatever happened to that girl, it wasn't good.
Keep it together. One day I'll catch a break. Wonder what's past this.
Don't touch me.
My faith protects me.
No one stopped me yet.
What now? Don't linger.
I can rest soon.
Light on my feet.
Behold! One of Cazador's cheapest tricks. An illusionary wall. Behind it is the kennel. A fetid little cell he'd throw us into when displeased.
So you've come home, little one, and come to visit Godey in your old kennel.
It's taking everything I have not to grind your rotten carcass to dust.
Don't be mad at Godey, child. I only did my job, only kept you in line.
You tortured us. For days at a time.
Oh, yes. And you sang so sweetly for me. None of the others screamed like you did. But you're home now, and you brought me a treat, eh? A new friend for Godey. Not very nice. Not very friendly. Why are you here then, little one, if not to see Godey?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to kill Cazador.
How dare you? As if you could lay a finger on the master, you ungrateful little brat! Godey will not let you get away with blasphemy. Godey will see you punished!
There's so much to do, so much to prepare.
This is right.
What are you all? But Master says no.
No traps, please. There's an inscription on the ring. Looks like the same language as that book from earlier.
Everything must be clean. Everything must be perfect.
We have everything we need to open the ballroom door. So let's not waste time talking. Cazador's hiding somewhere behind that door, and I'm going to find him.
Bless her.
The door remains sealed, with naught to see but strange writing and a small hollow. Looking closer, you recognize the writing. It's the same Kozakuran script from the dictionary you found. The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door swings open.
Cazador skulking somewhere beneath us. In this defiled chapel the others mentioned. We just have to find the entrance. Then he'll be mine.
You can't be here. No one in, no one out.
You're new. Cazador never kept guard dogs before.
The runaway spawn. You reek of the Master's scent. Come with us. Come to Master.
Excuse me? I will not be ordered around my own house by some blow-in mutt.
We bring you to him. We get his favor.
stand on a clean metal platform, a beautiful but antiquated elevator. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years, but it seems to be in good working order.
What in the hells? I never knew this was here. This was always Cazador's private quarters. Only he ever came in here. Well, him and the unfortunate souls we brought to feed him. This is all so grand. To think, it was just sitting here, lurking under the floor. I don't know. It feels older than that. Who knows how old? But Cazador will want a grand space for his ascension. A venue like this feels perfect. Now we just need to see what lies at the heart of this place.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring. The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
Thousands of names. This couldn't be part of the ritual, could it?
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. The skull's empty eye sockets flare with an eldritch gleam. You feel invited somehow to witness the skull's memories. It seems urgent. This skull is all that remains of the vampire Vellioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence. Vellioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal. Vellioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. His punishment was to watch as Vellioth drained his friend dry. Vellioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail and die. Vellioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed. Vellioth's third lesson is to act not in haste. A nearer mortal has time to plan, time to act only when others will pay the price of action. Vellioth recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter. How they both laughed. Vellioth recalls Cazador boiling the flesh from his skull, and then, to mock him, clamping his schooling scroll in Vellioth's jaws. The skull's eyes flash a final time, and its jaws sag open. The scroll with all of Cazador's rituals is yours. Vellioth is no more.
Even his precious rules. This is all so grand. Of course not. It's not like he boasted about his secret lift. But it does make sense. He'd want somewhere grand for his ascension. This seems perfect. Now we just need to see what lies at the heart of this place. Guilds, nobles, politicians. If he controlled even a fraction of these, the city could be his, and no one would ever know.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring. The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
We'll be out of here in no time.
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Hardly. Cazador didn't keep me in luxury, but I've never seen anything like this. How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? I should have guessed there was more to it than Raphael would ever have told.
You. I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
No. You're dead.
You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue.
Sebastian.
You remember me.
You were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. And then you destroyed me.
It can't be. Don't. Not now. I know so many of these faces. They're my conquests. I pursued them, seduced them, and brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
170 years. You were one of my first.
My family. My friends. They're gone. You took them from me. You took everything from me. Free. We'll never be free while that monster lives.
That's why we're here. To destroy Cazador.
You can't. It's not possible. His staff. It controls everything. But he never sets it down. You'll never get it. The Grand Chamber. Just ahead. But even if you can kill him, what then? What happens to us? I don't know. It's all I've ever felt.
Trust me when I say I know the feeling, but you can resist the urge.
Whatever you do, just do it quickly. I can't go on waiting.
We'll be back. You have my word.
Red and bright.
Gods above. He kept Sebastian. I should have known what Cazador was capable of. He's played us for such fools. And not just 7 spawn to placate the devil. 7 spawn and 7,000 souls bound to them in blood. Everyone, whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual. What's the point? They're as good as dead. I thought they were dead. If they are unleashed, they will cause incredible carnage. They will be ravenous. They must die. Better they serve a purpose. Gods, I can't say you're wrong. I can only say I'm so glad we didn't meet then. I don't even want to think what would have happened to you. Many of them are petty criminals, street drunkards, and brothel goers. But, from time to time, there was a Sebastian.
Better not be cursed.
Hey! Hey, you! Come closer.
Oh, God. It can't be.
It is you. I knew it. I'll kill you. Once I get out of here, I'll kill you! Camp. Monster hunters. The Gur camp. Oh, God! My parents' camp! Chessa, focus! Resist the beast inside you. You promised! It's your fault! You did this to us! Didn't he tell you? He's the one that kidnapped us. He's the reason we're spawns! I'll kill you!
Yes. Now that you, mention it, I may have done that. Oh, don't look at me like that. Cazador's orders. Quite the deviation from my usual routine, of course. Capture, not lure. I didn't bring them in with sweet rolls or anything. I really forgot about them. Felt nothing the moment I handed them over to him. Oh. I suppose there's a good chance they will. What use is it, though? They're lost. Ravenous. Feral. They'd attack any mortal on sight. All these people were ruined because of me.
Parents? You've seen my parents? I miss them. I think. Or perhaps it's the hunger. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard to tell. You should go. Leave us here. We shouldn't be out there. We'd hurt our families.
Behind the exhaustion, starvation, and fear, recognition stirs in her eyes, and with it, hope.
You really mean it? Cazador's got this stuff. It controls the doors. If you get it, you can set everyone free. If you get it, somehow. Good luck. If you fail, well, I suppose we'll be seeing you again in here.
Well, you clearly want to say something. I'm not sure. I've been weighing my options. On the one hand, they're the key to my unlocking eternal power and freedom. On the other, well, it's my fault they're here. Yes, it was Cazador's command. I had no choice, but it seems now I do. That will very much depend on what happens once I face Cazador. But I have to find him before I can face him. So let's focus on that, shall we?
What do we do when that tall...
A vampire nest. You truly can find everything in the city. I'd better keep my throat protected.
The living may not be prevented from crossing a vampire's threshold, but that doesn't make us any more welcome. Tread carefully.
Walk in death.
Certainly.
Who stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son? Do not slouch before me, boy. Have you no respect for yourself? Look at you, crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
Forgiveness? You've never forgiven anything. Every mistake, every slip was punished.
I strove for perfection in all things, even those as imperfect as you. A pity you amounted to so little, despite my efforts.
No! No. Fuck you. And fuck everything you've ever done to me!
They told me you had changed. I dared not believe it. Oh, thankless child. Did I not bless you with our immortal gift? Did I not make you what you are?
You son of a bitch.
You truly forgot my power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from killing me? Oh, you are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything. But today, you will finally do something worthwhile. You will burn, and I will ascend.
No! Stop him! Get me out of this!
Witness the birth of the Vampire Ascendant! Ecce Dominus! Fight on if you must, but
at the ready. Blood follows me everywhere. I'd rather be stuck together, honestly.
Strip of every power if you wish. It will not save you.
I'm coming for you!
All doom.
It allied. Centuries. Have I not suffered enough?
With finesse.
Very well.
But I've already won, my boy. All the pieces are in place. The ascension is inevitable.
Not now! Not when Cazador's finally mine! Hurry to his coffin! It's time to end this. No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. I can do this, but I need your help. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. These people died years ago. Trust me on that. All that's left are feral spawn, desperate for blood. If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? But if they die and I ascend, I won't have to rely on the parasite to walk in the sun. I'll be free. Truly. Completely free. Isn't that what you want?
You can see the fear in his eyes, but also the hunger. The thick smell of blood in the air and the promise of power being so close is intoxicating to him. All he can see is the power of the ritual and the freedom that power brings. The freedom to do anything, to be anything.
I need your eyes, in a manner of speaking.
What do you think you are doing?
I'm making what you made me. Use the parasite. Link your mind to mine. Through your eyes, I can see the scars on my back, and copy them onto his.
You would not dare!
I would. And I will. You will be consumed, and all the power you've lusted after will be mine.
At the cost of a lot of lives. It's not worth it, Astarion.
Help me do this. Please.
Your minds join and your two selves become one. You can feel the knife in your hand, see the scars on his back, and taste his hunger for power.
Yes. Yes. I see it.
What are you doing? Don't! Ah!
No! 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 No!
There. Perfect.
Ungrateful child. Wretched child.
Time to take your place.
Dominus, has animas, offero in sacrificio. Nunc volo potestantem quam policitus es mihi.
That ache in my stomach, that hunger, it's gone. I'm free. I'm finally free! Oh! Oh, it feels delicious. Oh, don't worry, darling. I won't bite unless you ask very, very nicely. Come on, let's get out of here. I have a brand new world to explore. This is it. The hopeless dream dreamt by all of my kind. I am the greatest vampire to ever walk this land. Even the Pale Knight would have knelt before me. Never again. I will not think about him. I don't even want to say his name. Everything has changed. I felt so very little for so long. My edges dulled over the numb years rotting in the boudoir and kennels. Now, I can hear it at last. See it at last. How all the lowly creatures of this plane are begging to serve. How to call upon them. Scurrying footpads in their safe houses. Rats below our feet in their filthy holes. The crows in the night above. They will obey. And you too. I can tell. Your heartbeat races. You hold your breath while I speak. You await my command. The world will stir in fear. You've been very brave, haven't you? You've done so much for me. Everything will be ours. Everything. I already hear the world whispering in sweet surrender. And I feel alive.
So, a vampire lord walks among us. A powerful ally to have at our side, and a powerful enemy should our intentions diverge. Things are getting more interesting by the moment.
I suppose Astarion is part of the vampire aristocracy now. I hope he doesn't expect us to bow to him.
I can face anything now. Let's get back to the hunt.
You can see the fear in his eyes, but also the hunger. The thick smell of blood in the air and the promise of power being so close is intoxicating to him. All he can see is the power of the ritual and the freedom that power brings. The freedom to do anything, to be anything.
You're right. I can be better than them. But I'm not above enjoying this.
Is it over? Is he...
Yes. He's gone.
What does that mean for us? What business is it of yours?
It will become everyone's business if you try to feast on half the city. This is just a friendly warning. Your choices are simple, really. You can hide here, living in the shadows like parasites. Or you could be more than what he made us to be. You can choose differently, of course. But the consequences are on your head.
And what does it mean for them?
Now, that's a better question. 7,000 spawn, from ancient conquests to stolen children.
Cazador's staff controlled everything during the ritual. If it controls the cells too, you could decide their fate.
They may not be the safest types to unleash, but their deaths would have weighed heavy on you.
The poor wretches in the cells are innocent. They shouldn't have to suffer just because I lured them here. They'll need someone to lead them. Take the tunnels into the Underdark. Find somewhere, well, not safe, but less perilous.
What? No, we can't.
Just try to keep them out of trouble. I think we're done here. Let's go. That's it. He's gone. After all these years, these centuries. It's really over. I'm glad you think so, because I'm not so sure. I just feel numb. What I've lost. What I've gained. It's all so much. And God, all those spawn. Free in the Underdark. I need some time, I think. Just to let it all sink in. Let's just go. This place reeks of death, and I want to feel alive again.
We did a good thing back there. I won't dwell on the matter. I know that's not a sentiment you're accustomed to reveling in, but rest assured, your actions have spoken for themselves.
So Astarion didn't fulfill his master's ambitions for himself. At least that means he's his own man, though I'm a little surprised he didn't covet those powers.
You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime. But if you do decide to go hunting them, know they include your children.
They survived?
Well, that depends on how you define survived, really. But they are free. They're making their way into the Underdark as we speak.
This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. Thank you for what you have done. Slaying Cazador was a great justice. As for the rest, well, time will tell.